welcome to episode 15 and our final episode for season 1 of A Brief History of Nothing. I'm James.
I'm Ray. This week's episode has been delayed by a week because of technical issues. Sorry about those who were waiting to see it last week, but never mind. We're here now.
We are, and SD cards keep filling up and not working.
Okay, now let's start off with a little thing on the marriage equality.
Yes.
In the US Supreme Court has guaranteed constitutionally that same-sex couples can marry. Your thoughts, James?
Well, it's finally, reason and, rationality is finally sort of, being a thing now. Because in a lot of particularly conservative states, they're worried about, but it'll undermine the institution of marriage. I'm like, well, no, it won't. But...
Well, here's a thought. Stop them hetero couples from giving birth to gay children.
I know.
If they stop doing that, then there will be no gays to get married.
Of course.
There you go. There's a thought.
Yeah. Anyway, but there are now Christian couples who are now getting divorced.
Yeah, that's
because
that makes a mockery of marriage. I mean,
that's what undermines marriage.
Yes, that is exactly right. That's just
ridiculous. And also Rick Scarborough. Sorry, I meant to say Rick Santorum. No, wrong dude, wrong guy. Yes, Rick Scarborough threatened to set himself on fire.
Yes.
If gay marriage was marriage equality was a thing in America.
Yes.
But then later, after the Supreme Court decision, he then backed down.
Yes. Well, I was all set to offer him the matches.
I was like, do you need some paraffin, a lighter? Like, what do you need, guys? I'll happily go with that.
Yeah.
Now, my second thing this week, there's been a thing on the internet for a very long time, for probably a couple of years now, which for internet time, a couple of years is an eternity, called Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response. I'll actually get words out. That will work. But it's not really a scientific term, it's just some stupid pseudo-scientific name that someone came up with, and I can't remember who came up with it. I did know. But I don't know if anyone has ever had like a sensation of tingling or relaxation when they've been to like a hairdresser or a doctor or anywhere where there's close personal contact, even an optometrist or something.
Masseuse.
Masseur.
I feel relaxed after I've been there.
Yeah, but it's a specific feeling, and I get it, and people that don't get it usually go, what are you on about? Yes. But it is starting to finally take some traction. It is starting to gain some traction, because a lot of these things, can be misreported, and it's very hard to verify them scientifically.
Yep.
But they are starting to think that this is a thing, because there was a study by the University of Swansea in England, and they did a big study on it. It's self-reported, so it's not great, but it's a step in the right direction about how people experience this, and because it's so consistent, and I'll put the links in the description, it's so consistent, they're starting to think that this is actually a thing now.
Was that like me going to sleep in the dentist chair?
Yes. It's still dentists, any sort of medical profession, people often, that's a big one. So any sort of doctor, dentist, optometrist,
I've been known
physiotherapist.
To dentist chair.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing. Do you need tingling in the head or the back or anything ever?
Don't remember.
Don't remember? Oh, well, there you go. That's probably genetic, because he gets it too.
Okay, now, on this mention on a sad passing, Sir Nicholas Winton MBE died recently at the age of 106. And because all the news has been out and about, people will know who he is, but up until recently nobody knew Sir Nicholas Winton from a bar of soap, because that's the way he liked it. But in the 1980s he was finally recognised for what he did. He saved 669 Czechoslovakian children from the Nazi regime and got them on trains and from Prague to London. He was working as a stockbroker in Prague. He was 29 years old, and he decided to do something off his own bat and get it organised. And the world should have more people like
the guy. I mean, the guy's got an MBE and a knighthood, but he deserves an MBE, a knighthood, $1 million, a yacht.
Well, that's exactly right. I mean, and it's not like he really wanted anybody to know. He would have more than happily stayed in total obscurity, and that's really very altruistic, isn't it? I mean, you saved nearly 700 people, but the fact that you saved them was enough for you.
Well, actually, he was discovered because his wife, in the attic, discovered this scrapbook of all these names on it, and I don't know how I don't know how that conversation went though.
Yeah.
You're like, what's all these names? Oh yeah, that's the nearly 700 kids I saved during World War II. Like,
yes. The what? Yes. So look, watching a BBC program and the presenter said for the people in the audience, anybody who had direct link to Nicholas Winton, please stand up, and virtually the entire audience stood up.
It's I've seen it, and it's one of the most moving things I've seen.
Yes. So
All right, our science experiment this week. We're still trying to get a phone charge in the most stupid and ridiculous way possible.
Yes, we're continuing on this quest. If there's a way to do it badly, we'll show you.
Well, we've decided we need to stick a couple of neodymium magnets either side of a AA, because someone thought a D cell would fit down this pipe. And it doesn't. It doesn't quite fit.
Yeah.
So we're going to try. What we're going to try and do, if you want to shoot that down the thing.
Right. So we want to go from that end to this end, or the other?
I think that end from this end. It will read it. It will still get a reading. It'll just be negative. Right. If I can untangle the cables enough, so I'm going to go over to the 200 milliamp range.
Our wit's gone wobbly.
Your wits has gone wobbly. And you wonder when your wits go wobbly. Yeah. It's terrible.
Okay, are you nearly ready?
I'm ready. We're ready. Go. See, it's almost enough to almost get a reading. we need at least to charge my phone, my Galaxy S3. We need 4 volts, and I think probably 150 milliamps. We're not getting anywhere near that.
So we will keep persisting with weird and stupid ways to charge a telephone.
Or do other stupid, or charge, other things.
Yes. Well, one of the ones we've planned for the future is to find out how many buckets of vinegar we need to actually turn a starter motor over.
Yeah. So if you're stuck, and you want to make your own jump starter, maybe. But anyway, so what happened on this day? Oh, we got something. How much should we get there?
35 something.
35 millivolts. Look out, world. Yes. Well, 35 millivolts. We're making progress.
We're racing to the rear.
Before we mention on this day, we mentioned that we've missed, because of our technical difficulties, we've missed Canada Day and we've missed Independence Day in the USA. Yes. So, happy relative holidays, relative countries.
Yes. Happy relative holidays. Yes.
So, on this day, what happened on this day? Who was born on this day? What happened?
Right. Well, the very first comic book was published on this day.
In 1802.
Yes.
You mean there were comic book nerds in the 19th century?
Yes. The first comic book, The Wasp, was published on this day in 1802. Also, in 1846, the USA annexed California. In 1898, the USA annexed Hawaii. So it's a very good day for land grabs in the US.
Yeah, because they needed a random archipelago in the middle of the Pacific, of course.
Yes, and interestingly, I would have thought in those time and tides, it wouldn't, because it was an English colony up until that point. I'm amazed the English didn't go, oi, because they did it with the Falklands.
It still is. Here's the thing, it's still, the Hawaii set flag still has a Union Jack on it.
Yes. I'm amazed England didn't go, oi, because like I say, they did it with the Falklands. So.
Alright, in 1916, New Zealand Labour Party is formed.
Yes, so... Yes. Solidarity. Okay, now, President Eisenhower, and another land grab, in 1958, President Eisenhower signed a bill approving Alaska's statehood.
Even though it's considered the 49th state.
Yes, because Hawaii came in afterwards. Hawaii wasn't made a state till after that, which is the 50th state.
Okay. Right, that makes a lot of sense now.
Okay.
That works.
1967, the Beatles released All You Need Is Love. In 1977, 10 years later, slight Beatles connection there. The Spy Who Loved Me, starring James Bond and Barbara Bach, Mrs. Ringo Starr, was premiered in London.
Speaking of the Beatles, 1940 Ringo Starr
Was born. Yes, young Richard Starkey, son of Richard Starkey. They really went out of their way to go.
Originality, yes.
Yes.
So why do I mean, we know people like this. The father and the son have the same name.
Well, your great uncle, my uncle, and your great grandfather were both Cyril Smart. One was Cyril Courtenay Crichton Smart, and the other one was Cyril Van A Smart. The younger was Cyril Van A Smart, named after his uncle.
Why do you give? See, you don't give your children a different name to you, so you can differentiate. I mean, again, we have friends of the family
But you would
that
have made
did
a great
this.
Raymond.
You make a good Raymond. I don't make a good Raymond.
Now, for those who like the goodies, it's Bill Oddie's birthday today, 1/3 of the goodies.
And I didn't know when he was an ornithologist. He studies birds.
Yes, he studies birds.
We're talking about the ones that
No.
flap.
Flat, feather type birds, yes.
Not the colloquialism for woman.
No. Actual flat birds, unless of course you're Jeremy Clarkson, then you use a picture of Bill Oddie to go through speed cameras.
Right.
Yes, Carmen Duncan, Australian actress, huge through the 70s and the 80s in Australian TV, and then emigrated to the US and spent a long time over there. Became a pretty regular on US television. She was born in 1942. A band I did like when I actually had hair his colour was Iron Butterfly, their big hit in the Garda de Vida. Their guitarist Larry Rhino Reinhardt was born on this day in 1948.
You did have a record, but it keeps skipping.
American actress Shelley Duvall, she was born on this day in 1949. American singer Vonda Shepard. She was born on this day in 1963, and if I remember correctly, she was in Ally McBeal, the piano bar downstairs. Vonda Shepard used to be on the piano in that.
Right.
Australian rules footballer Michael Voss.
So if you want to go to
former Australian rules footballer, he was born on this day in 1975. Yes.
Well, for those international who don't know what Australian rules, it's basically Irish football, just with a lemon-shaped ball.
Yes, with an oval ball, not a round ball, and you can beat the crap out of everybody.
It's a daft game. Even
I tried playing it many years ago, and I found that there was just this mobile punch-up going around the field, and that's roughly where the ball was.
Yeah, that's and I've tried rugby league, which is like rugby only for people who don't understand rugby.
Now, the band The Used, their drummer Dan Whitesides was born on this day in 1980.
So he's 6 years older than me.
Do you know The Used?
I don't know that. I will have to look them up.
Yes. Well, that's what happened on this day.
Yes. Well,
it's on the 7th.
The 7th of the 7th.
Yes.
Yes. I went to go. I know what the date is. No, my brain decides no. You're not. You don't know what the date is.
No. You don't know.
It's terrible. And I'm going to upload this video in a second. Anyway, well, that's us.
Yeah, I'd just like to say thanks for people who appeared on the first season. Lachlan and Brian Garnham, who did the song last week. Thanks, Brian, and to the people who contributed stories. Carrie Forsyth, ideas for stories, and Lynn Walsh. Thank you.
And that's us for a season. Anyway, well, we might do something a little bit different next season. We might stick to a story. We'll see how we go. We won't have a topic per episode.
Yep. Now, if you like us.
Hit like.
Please subscribe. Please send story ideas.
And in the comments.
Yep. And give us all the comments you can.
Yes. All right then, and share us on social media and what have you.
Yeah. Let anybody you know. I know there are people out there who watch us and enjoy us. Tell your friends.
Yeah, and get it out there. Anyway, that's us for tonight, and we'll see you later.
Bye.